me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. They come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. That hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where the spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. girls now start stacking. Dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirts and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch. I had enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections, drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand.
What is going on, everybody? Man,
What's up, guys?
what is going on? Alrighty, guys. Well, we have a pretty dull, I would say, kind of week of news. Nothing really too huge coming out of this week. There's some really cool stuff in here. There's a couple disappointing things, especially if they actually do come to fruition. There's a couple disappointing things on there. And then Chicago Phil. We got Chicago Phil news, man. We're going to start you guys off with that. We got WWE going international yet again. We'll be talking about that. We got AEW's December pay-per-view talent. Another talent leaves All Elite Wrestling, man. We got news on DIY, Drew McIntyre, Tag Team Championship, SummerSlam, Roman Reigns. Ooh, boy.
This man, he might make me mad, bro. This man might make me pissed.
Bro. I'll tell you what, man. Let's go ahead and hop right into the intro, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into the intro, bro. What is going on, everybody? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 185 of the news, man. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here after Monday Night Raw with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday, we are on here with the news at 4 p.m. Central, man. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of the news, that is, will AEW ever get Wardlow back to where he was in 2022? We talked about Wardlow, man. We talked about how he came back and AEW wants to put him in a feud with MJF immediately after starting back from scratch with this guy. And we talked about all that. We got some more to talk about with him on Wednesday. That might be a little bit more on the positive side, at least for me. I thought it looked great. But it's still a matter of starting from scratch with this guy, man, and we're where we shouldn't be. His packages look great. Clearly, the crowd wants to like him again, but there's some hurdles we need to get that AEW has to get over with him, and they got a lot of work to do. So we talked about all that good stuff, man. We talked about Wardlow. We talked about AEW Dynamite, Monday Night Raw. We talked about all that good stuff. Probably Triple H's first boring Raw since he took over. Not that it was bad. It was just kind of boring. So we talked about all that good stuff, man. And that is episode 166 of Unscripted. So if you guys didn't miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here. Like I said, every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You got all 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more, available on there for you guys, man. You have the Chicago flag design, the Biggie-inspired Uncrowned Kings of the IWC design, the base logo design, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler-inspired design, the Notorious World Order. That comes in 3 designs like you see on your screen. The Chicago flag version, you got the classic black and white, and the Wolfpack red, man. The baseball logo-inspired Grand Slam design, the Notorious Scratch logo, and the only community that matters. All that is available for you guys on bonfire.com. Also, man, we're coming up on it in a few days, man. Monday will be Halloween Unscripted. And if you guys want a shirt to match the festivities for the month of October, step into the other side with the Notorious Heels podcast, man. This is our Halloween merch. The skull design, the double skull design. So if you guys have not got a chance to pick up all this beautiful, beautiful merchandise, the best, the very best in the IWC, that is available on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. Also, if you guys do not know who we are, if this is your first time watching, man, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling, man. Was playing Spider-Man, and God, that shit doesn't win Game of the Year, man. I'll be furious, bro. I swear to God. But other than that, man, I've been normal, man. Been chilling, been normal. Pretty soon, 2-3 weeks. It's November. Can't wait, and I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a fun month.
Yes, jam-packed month.
Jam-packed month, truly.
Yes.
And other than that, man, I'm just chilling, man. Like Durante always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat and in the replay, man? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
Well, it's been a week. It's been a week, but we're here. We're here, man. It has been a week, but it's all good, bro. It's all good. We're here, and I'm happy to be here, man. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week, but getting through it, bro. One day at a time. So, yeah. But other than that, dude, I'm good. If we want to talk about some good parts from my week, Spider-Man. That's it. Dude, holy shit, bro. We finished up yesterday, and my God, if that does not win Game of the Year, there will be a riot, because I refuse to fucking believe that is not Game of the Year quality. Even if it doesn't win Game of the Year, because I feel like they're gonna give it to something else, but literally everybody that plays it, when they're done, they say those 4 words: Game of the Year. They say those 4 words, bro. That was absolutely fucking fantastic, man. The body of work that they've put into those 3 games, and the amount of just amazing storytelling they put into those 3 games absolutely blew me away, man. Absolutely blew me away. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I don't want to get into too specifics, but just wow. I mean, what an amazing game, with the amount of obviously Venom playing as Venom. It was one of the highlights of it. So there was that. That was fantastic. The characters how in depth they went into the Venom character, the Craven character, Peter, when he got the symbiote on him. Mary Jane just popped out as John Wick in this fucking installment of the game. For God knows what reason. She was just an absolute dog. For absolutely no reason. It was incredible. I'm a little mad at Insomniac for not making New Game Plus already, because I want to run it back, because that was just absolutely fucking fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic, man. Yes, that was just incredible. I don't even know what that was. That was so incredible, man. But dude, man, I don't know how that doesn't win Game of the Year, bro. I don't know how that doesn't win Game of the Year. That was fucking incredible. That adds two games now that have made me tear up at the end of them. Mafia Definitive Edition and Spider-Man 2. And bro, maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in a week or so, if we run past this topic again, we'll hand out some spoilers, just to be sure that everybody's at least played a chunk of it or finished it. But the third one's looking good. I'll say that. The third one. My prediction, this isn't any kind of spoiler. This is just my prediction. I think personally we're going to see a Miles Morales 2, especially with the way that ended. I think we're going to see a Miles 2. I think we're going to get some pretty cool DLCs too, but I think the second Miles game is going to be in the middle of that to kind of ease between 2 and 3, to kind of put a little roadblock in there before we get to 3. But yes, I think we're going to get a second Miles game, and it's going to be great. And I'm telling you now, bro, Spider-Man 3, the way it's looking, get ready, bro.
I'm telling you, man, it'll be heat. I can't wait.
Yes. That was easily the highlight of my week. We finished it in a week. We got it, Thursday, and we finished it last night. So, man, just what a banger. What a banger. Yes, I love the first one. I love Miles, and this one was absolutely fantastic as well, man. So great stuff all around, man. Just great shit for real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was that, man. Alrighty. So CM Punk, Chicago Phil. You guys know Chicago Phil, man. CM Punk. Whoops. Sorry about that. CM Punk comments on a potential Survivor Series appearance. Oh, yes. Dude. Bro, look at Bell's comment. Tell me I did not say that about that. I can't remember what the suit was called, but dude, I can't remember which one it was, but I know which one you're talking about. I literally was like, dude, this is literally the Tommy White Ranger, the Jason David Frank White Ranger suit. Yes, I can't remember the name of the suit, but I know exactly which suit you're talking about. So, CM Punk, Chicago Phil. Oh, by the way, how the hell is everybody in chat? And as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, Pops. Actually, speaking of Pops, I want to give a very, very special happy birthday shout out to my Pops, man. You guys know him. He's pretty much a part of the group. He's pretty much part of the group. He's here every Wednesday and Friday. So I want to give a very, very special birthday shout out to him. And I want to thank him for continuously supporting me and whatever I do. He's literally here. I mean, you guys see him here every Wednesday and Friday. So I'm not even joking when I say that man is here every Wednesday and Friday. And thank you so much for always supporting me. And thank you for your passion in my passion of being a wrestling fan, man, because I would not be a wrestling fan if it wasn't for you turning it on for me when I was a kid, taking me down to the shows, even when we weren't going to the show, just to be around the atmosphere and take pictures by the trucks and hoping to see wrestlers and stuff like that. So I want to thank you for all that. Man. It was a truly a bucket list item to get to go to Collision with you on Father's Day, see the return of CM Punk. I know Punk's one of your favorites. I'm wearing a Punk shirt today because it's my dad's birthday and I know he loves CM Punk. But yes, truly, so thank you for everything and I love you, and just in a few short hours we will be celebrating you. So happy birthday to my dad, and if you guys can, please wish my dad a very happy birthday. He loves all you guys. He constantly tells me how much he loves being in the chat. So, happy birthday to him, man. So, I love you very much.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for all you did for me. And happy birthday. I hope it's a great birthday. I really do.
Oh, how could I forget the drive to take over Chicago?
Best drives ever, man. Poor memory right there.
Absolutely. So, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Okay. So speaking of CM Punk, CM Punk comments on a potential Survivor Series appearance. He was asked via 760 The Score, or 670 The Score. He was asked about a potential Survivor Series appearance. He says, they're asking if I'm going to be there. I think it's sold out. I think tickets are hard to get.
Mm. Did you also hear what he also said in that same interview?
So, I do have another quote from him. You talking about the one
Okay.
about the wrestlers' unions?
No, the
Selena
other
Vega's
one.
not going to be very
No,
happy about that one. But I have another one.
no, okay, no, I'm talking about a different one.
Yeah, so he says on the same interview, 760 The Score, he says, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble. I'm kind of just sitting at home and enjoying this beautiful Chicago weather. I have an injury in the family. My dog blew his dog ACL. Sitting at home. Larry won't be too far away from Allstate Arena.
Exactly. And first of all, going lying in that first sentence, this weather has been trash. Well, it's been nice temperature over here in Chicago. The weather itself has been fucking gloomy as fuck out.
Well, maybe he's like us, man. Maybe he likes a little Batman 2022 weather, if you know what I'm saying.
Maybe he is, man, which I can respect, but
I hear what he's saying, though. The weather has been beautiful. It's been a lot of rain. It's been a lot of dark, cloudy days with some nice wind. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite kind of weather.
It really is, though. Same. I've been able to keep my windows open for like 4 days straight, man. It's beautiful.
I swear to God, it's been out. It's been amazing.
Yeah, you're not lying with that one, actually, but it's interesting, man. I think he realized that he didn't fucking deflect enough in that first quote he said, so he's like, let me come up with something that's a little more I ain't gonna be there-ish. But I think he's gonna be there.
He better fucking be there after this next piece of news we have. So my interpretation on this, they're asking if I'm going to be there. I think it's sold out. I think tickets are hard to get. I think in that he's saying that he knows people think he's going to be there. And like Sir K just mentioned, I think the second quote was a huge deflection of him being there and him wanting to steer away from the factor of him showing up. So I think that's exactly what that was. I think it was nothing more, like I said, than a huge deflection and a huge way to get people to, think he's not going to be there. But I think he's gonna show up. I think even if there's smoke to those fires of, oh well, we denied Punk. I think even if there is smoke to those, bro, as we get closer to the date, there's like people are like. The CM Punk references as of late, I think there's a lot of things I need to get off my chest. Nakamura saying only you can set me free. I mean, he wasn't saying shit like that before, man. And like, when do people drop blatant references like that? Now, there was a couple CM Punk things where I'm like, okay, I think that's really a fucking stretch. But the ones as of late, only you can set me free. Come on. Why? What would warrant Nakamura to say that towards Ricochet? What is Ricochet going to set him free of? I mean,
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't fucking tell you either, bro.
But like,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was done. What were you saying?
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, people need to realize this is CM Punk we're talking about, a man whose name was fucking banned any name, any reference to this man was banned from this company for years. And all of a sudden, they're just referencing the
Yes.
guy like nothing. Come on. Even when he was employed um, in AEW, the only time anyone in that company would mention him would be outside in random interviews like Seth calling him fucking cancer. You think that would have been allowed anywhere near WWE television? Never. The fact that they're even joking about his name means something. If it's not guaranteed, which I think it is, then it's still possible.
Yeah, and like Bell is saying, if he can't legally show up for Survivor Series, he is most likely going to
He's
be
still
at the
coming.
Royal Rumble. And I think he'll definitely be coming in, and it's going to be huge. And I'm excited for it. I think WWE is the right place for him. I think AEW was a complete dud because, like I said, he's a rebel in a rebel company. And in the corporate company, the rebel's cool. And CM Punk is that. So I
Rebel,
think,
Rebel.
yeah,
That's what
and
I saw.
I think he, I think he, I, I think he has, I think he has a way better shot in WWE. I think
I think so.
AEW might have been a little too free for his type of attitude. So,
The kitchen was a little too hot, man. Too much fire in one kitchen will just burn the whole place down. You
yeah.
need a fire in one room, and that's okay. So I think it's gonna work out, man.
Yo, what up, Durante? How's it going, bro?
How you doing, man? What's up?
Yeah, man. But nonetheless, I think CM Punk will be coming into the WWE, and now more than ever, if he can legally make it, WWE better put their fucking foot on the gas
They fucking
because
better.
there are reports claiming that Roman Reigns will not be at WWE Survivor Series, meaning that his next premium live event title defense after Crown Jewel could be the Royal Rumble. WWE's next premium live event Survivor Series takes place on November 25th from Chicago, Illinois, and fans have been wondering if Roman Reigns will be there. Dave Meltzer reported on the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Roman Reigns will not be working the show. Meltzer wrote, Reigns is not scheduled for Survivor Series, which is notable because it's considered to be a Big Four event. He defends at Crown Jewel, and his next scheduled match will not be until the Royal Rumble. Are you fucking with me?
Right? We go. Because, well, we're going. When we go. when when we go to this fucking show, if neither Punk nor Roman is there, man, I'm gonna be a little mad, man. I might have to go up to Paul and say something. I might have to. I might
That's
have to tweet at Paul.
pro. This is a huge punch in the gut. Dude, you don't want to pull up to fucking Survivor Series, bro, in Chicago? What is AJ Styles doing, bro? What is AJ Styles? So you're telling me you're going to keep AJ Styles out all through November and December?
Like, what? Like, come on, bro. Ain't no way, man. They gotta do it. They have to. And like I was saying, what Tony Khan should do, and AEW with half his guys like Pac, they don't want to come to work. They're employed by me. They're gonna come to fucking work, bro. If we need you here, get your ass here. It's that simple. It's that simple. It really is.
Which is so weird because, like, Roman was around the whole summer, because plans changed and fucking he ended up having to keep the championships. Roman was around the whole summer, and now he's going away for Survivor Series? Like, okay, I get he missed Backlash, but, like, this man worked fucking... Why is he working a Saudi show, but he can't pull up to Chicago for Survivor Series?
Exactly. pull the fuck up to Chicago, bro. It ain't that hard. It's really not. That's really annoying if you ask me.
And I'll tell you what. If Randy Orton is supposed to come back before Survivor Series, and if Roman Reigns is not going to be at the show, they need something.
They need something.
And if they're looking for a guy that can make a shock appearance, he's just a few miles away enjoying some beautiful Chicago weather.
And can't get either. At the very least, give us Randy Orton. Please give us somebody
Yes,
at that fucking show.
At the very least, do the Orton comeback then. Do not do the Orton comeback before Survivor Series.
No.
Like they're saying. So if you don't got Roman or Punk, please do Randy at Survivor Series, because good Lord. Yeah, I mean, please, for the love of God, do not just give us nothing. But either way, I said this last week, either way, WWE is killing it with premium live events. They do not need CM Punk to put on a good show. But I do think it would be nice to have Roman Reigns there.
Like Bill said, I could see it in some capacity, definitely. It doesn't even have to be a match. As long as I get to see that entrance, I'm good. That's a win in my book.
Seriously, bro. Seriously.
Need to hear that theme song live, dude.
Oh, bro. I just know that's about to go fucking nuts.
I'm marking my ass off, bro. I gotta hear it.
Seriously, dude. Seriously. Oh, God. Yeah. Dude, that's such a bummer. That is such a bummer if he can't pull up for that, bro. God damn. Yeah. That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck if he can't make that, dude. Yeah, that's kind of a punch to the gut, man. Kind of a little bit of a punch to the gut, bro. But it's okay, and I still think they're gonna turn out a very, very good show, nonetheless.
I think so, man. I do.
So, yeah, man, that is the news on Roman Reigns possibly not being able to make the Survivor Series, man. Huge bummer, bro. But we'll see. We'll see what they got. We'll see what they got in store for us, man. So, next up, continuing with the WWE. This is a bit of an old piece of news. This literally came out right after we ended the stream last week. Of course, go figure. So, per Cultaholic, WWE is planning a new look for the tag team championships. Per Cultaholic, new WWE Tag Team Championship designs were photo and video tested during rehearsals ahead of the October 16th episode of WWE Raw in Oklahoma City. The source notes that there was a table in the ring with a cloth on it, and a production assistant removed the cloth to reveal the titles. That would obviously mean that WWE would be close to revealing the new titles, since they are already practicing what the reveal will look like. The two sets of new tag team championships were reportedly tested. One of the sets of titles was gold with black straps, and the other set was a gold and silver design with one red and one blue strap. That sounds absolutely fucking atrocious.
The first one sounds great.
Yes.
Nice red and gold. It's like one red and one. What would be the point of that? From the sound of that sounds like one of the tag titles can float, and what the other one won't. Just have one set of tag titles that can float, and you don't have to color coordinate titles to shows anymore. Please stop that.
You really
God.
I'm glad Triple H kind of cut that shit off.
Thank
The
God.
red title, the blue title, the fucking... it's horrible.
Fucking, ugh. And
Man, yeah, the gold... That one said the last one sounds absolutely atrocious. Gold and silver design with one red and one blue strap. So is it going to be a floating title, but one guy just has a red strap and the other guy has a blue strap on his title? Because that sounds like shit too. Those will not look like tag team championships. But the gold with the black straps sounds like a plan to me.
maybe, if anything, something I might not mind. If the main part of the strap is black, and you know how they color that back portion, maybe they color that the red and blue color coordinated. It still looks fucking stupid, but it wouldn't look nearly
That's
as
bad.
stupid.
Yeah.
So there's that. But like, dog, how long have they been? They've been testing new tag team titles for like 3 years now.
Yep. Since
How many
2019.
fucking designs? Like, how many designs have you gone through and rejected? It's not that hard. Just make new titles and fucking show them. It's really not that hard. Tony Khan does it like fucking every 3 months. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. Yeah, I don't. To me, it sounds like a Triple H. We got one Triple H suggestion and one Vince McMahon suggestion here, because the Vince McMahon suggestion definitely sounds like something with a fucking red or a blue strap.
Sounds like it.
But yeah, I'm not rocking with that one at all. But I'll be all for a gold plates on a black strap. That's great. I like that. I hope the design is cool. But we're off to a good start with that.
Definitely.
And I'll tell you what. One day, we better get a look at the SmackDown tag title designs from 2019 up until 2023 of all those designs that got rejected. I need a look. I need a real good look at what exactly was rejected, because those better not be some fire ass designs. They better fucking not be.
Oh, I feel like they are, man. That's the fucking worst part. I think some will definitely be super trash, but also some will be fucking phenomenal. And they just were like, nah, I'm good. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
They
let's just
better.
keep the gladiator belts that we've had since 2013. 2010.
Exactly.
Just add a blue strap and make it a silver plate. That'll fix all our problems. So yeah, man, that is the news on new tag team championships. And speaking of brand stuff, according to WWE reverting back to brand exclusive pay-per-views has been discussed. But there's always a but. But Triple H was quick to shoot the idea down. This is why we love Paul Levesque. Less is more.
Exactly. The new model they made is great. The Triple H model pay-per-views of the WWE scheduled pay-per-views is phenomenal. You got a couple B ones where you put all the shit that you can't squeeze into the main ones.
Yep.
And the main ones, you do normal, the main pay-per-view shit. It's a great system.
Yeah. You got your two Saudi shows, which are... sometimes you're not even obligated to watch those, even though Triple H has made those very, very enjoyable shows.
They're fun, but gladly they're not needed anymore. Thank God.
Yes. Yeah, because Vince, that guy, his model for the Saudi shows just blew. Legends on legends, random matches just to put legends in there. Triple H versus John Cena, Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Hated that era. I hated that fucking era of Saudi shows. Now the Saudi shows are a little more enjoyable. You get your fun shit that is fun, but it's not fun enough to put on regularly scheduled WWE programming like Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul, right? You get your fun shit that Triple H will never in a million years put on a Big Four pay-per-view. And I love how Triple H has turned a negative into a positive with B pay-per-views. You know, Backlash, right? Backlash is a nothing show. How do we make it cool? Bring it to Puerto Rico. And from the looks of it, they might be going somewhere pretty cool next year as well for Backlash. And I'm glad they're not making it a Puerto Rico exclusive thing. I'm glad they're going everywhere with it. And then we just got another news on more international shows. The AEW All Out Combat show. Where are we bringing that? Cool international market.
Hell yeah.
Well, there was another one in the summer. There was Puerto Rico. Then there was Saudi. That was a decent show. That was, the bulk of the Bloodline turn happened. And then after that, it was London for Money in the Bank, right? It was London. And then we finally made our way back to Detroit for SummerSlam in the States. But then right after that, it was what was the All Out Combat show? Where was that one? Oh my God. What did they do to Payback, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it was that. I think so.
That one was in Pittsburgh, so we kind of Vince kind of creeped his way back in for Fastlane and for Payback because those Indianapolis and then Pittsburgh, like, okay, it was fucking all right, whatever. But he turned a negative into a positive, man. He turned the B shows into actual enjoyable, watchable shows by bringing them to international markets. Dude, I loved Backlash this year. I loved the crowd atmosphere of Money in the Bank. I love them. I love them. I'm excited for next year. We got fucking Perth, Australia. We got Berlin. It's gonna be a banger. We might have France. So we got, and then Philadelphia and Tampa Bay for Rumble and Mania. So overall, man, Triple H is letting us eat with these pay-per-view markets, bro. And I fucking love me some international WWE shows. They bring a different atmosphere, and it's just amazing.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I love the international shows, and I love that they're continuing. I really do.
Yeah, but dude, his pay-per-view model for the just pay-per-views in general. His pay-per-view model in general is just amazing. He's got his couple B shows. He was really going to do less. I think he was only going to do like 7 or 8 shows, 2 Shouty shows and then maybe 2 B shows. So maybe about 9 pay-per-views. But then, all these other ones got Payback got thrown in there and then Fastlane and stuff. So, a little bit of a wrench got thrown into it, but I mean the shows turned out okay as for the most part. Payback and Fastlane were enjoyable shows, but they weren't my favorites. I thought they just kind of had a very weak main event. All right, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Nakamura and Seth Rollins did not do it for me whatsoever to carry those shows. But I can appreciate Triple H putting faith into a guy like Nakamura again, even though it didn't pan out. But
definitely.
Yes, he's done fantastic, and there's no need to add other stupid pay-per-views to make them brand exclusive. No, do all brand pay-per-views. No brand exclusive, nothing. No, none of it. Absolutely none of it. If you want brand exclusive shit, then make cool little episodes of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Make Make it, I mean, kind of what they're doing now. Like SmackDown, at least to my knowledge, SmackDown isn't getting a Halloween episode, but Raw gets a Halloween episode, and it feels like a huge deal. But then around Thanksgiving time, Raw doesn't get the Thanksgiving episode, SmackDown gets the Thanksgiving episode. So they could build that episode up to be huge. It'll probably be taped, but you could put some cool matches on there and make it a cool show for people to watch on Black Friday anyway. So, I mean, there's stuff you can do.
There's, man, definitely. There's a lot they could do, and I like what Triple H has been doing, man. And I hope he keeps it up.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. He's doing a great job. So that is the news on brand exclusive pay-per-views for the WWE, man. More news on the WWE. The contracts. WWE's contracts, man. According to Fightful Select, numerous WWE talent, including several top stars, have not been approached for contract extensions. Multiple talent spoken to were of the belief that the recent merger with Endeavor will kickstart a lot of their contract talks. Several are waiting to see what the offers are and what the offers are like when that happens. But it hasn't happened yet. This is interesting. I wonder if WWE is just kind of in a moving period where they feel like there's just more important things to tackle right now than offering people contracts, or I wonder if they're going to go with a different model where they kind of let people hit free agency at first to kind of hear all the options that they got on the table. It's interesting to see because WWE is on it. WWE is on that shit like fucking white on rice, bro. I mean, they are on it in terms of locking people down to multi-year deals. Like, they do not mess around with that shit. So it's interesting to see that talent with contracts coming up haven't been approached about extensions yet.
Yeah, it's interesting, dude. It's very interesting. I might like this motto. It might pan out really good, and we'll see how it goes. I think it might be really good.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. I think that's very good. I think that's very good for your talent. I think that's very good for your talent to be able to look at all options if that's the way they go. But that might not be the way they want to go, and this might just be something to get them to This might just be something that's not happening because they're fresh into the merger and they still want to figure out how to go about things as a new company, and what's the standard to give these guys and stuff like that. So it could just be something like that, but it's interesting to see that they're going about their talent extension process a different way, for sure.
Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, speaking of, hence this story, the moral of the story, Drew McIntyre. That's right, man. Drew McIntyre still has not re-signed with the WWE despite upcoming title match at Crown Jewel. While speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer talked about Drew McIntyre's contractual status with the WWE. Meltzer noted that McIntyre still hasn't re-signed with the company. This despite the fact that he is set for a huge title match next month. He says, "I could check, but I do not believe he's re-signed." Alvarez said that's a pretty big match for a guy who is not re-signed. Dave said, "Oh, they were gonna push him. He's solid through April. There's time. You can do whatever you want with him through April." So the deal is that his contract was set to expire like at the end of this year, but because of the injury time occurred, it's April now. So So, I mean, they're not at a point where I would say it's, it's dangerous or we are at a turning point or do not put the title on him, which, they've done it before. They've had champions, Bret Hart, Jeff Jarrett, where the guys' contracts were up. But the point is he's got plenty of time. It's not like you can't have him. It's not like you can't have him win because he's gone. Because he's gonna be gone in a month and he hasn't re-signed a deal or anything like that. Again, I mean, it's basically a numbers game and they have time if they wanted to put the championship on him. I mean, it's not like he's a guy who's looking to leave. It's just a numbers game. I mean, he wants a certain number and they did not offer that certain number, and they may meet in the middle, they may not meet in the middle, and he may go home. I don't know where he may go. A lot, of course, he could go to AEW. Anything is possible. End quote.
Interesting.
What were you saying?
Oh, yeah, shit. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. And it's a very big difference between Triple H and Vince McMahon, because if it was Vince, he'd be off TV right now if he wasn't signing. He hasn't signed yet. You won't be on TV till you sign either that, or we'll fucking over push you because we want you to resign. But with Triple H, just business as usual, man. If you resign, that's awesome. We got more that we can do with you. If not, hope you enjoyed, up till the end, man. Which is a very nice difference.
Oh, Vince would be burying the fuck out of him right now.
Yep. Exactly.
Triple H had made him the most intriguing part of WWE television. I mean, come on. So,
Crazy.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, we said it from the beginning. He could go to AEW. I don't see him being an anti-AEW guy. However, Belle says it in the comments, bro. She says, it makes me wonder if WWE are getting prepared to go into negotiations with someone who wants money in 2024, and I'm not talking about MJF. I'm going to expand on your take. I think there's a lot of people that WWE could be waiting for that maybe they might not look at Drew McIntyre above certain people. Look at the amount of free agents that WWE lost out on because of the return of Vince McMahon. You cannot tell me for a single breath that Jay White was not going, or you can't tell me that Jay White wasn't going to WWE if it wasn't for Vince McMahon. You can't tell me Jay White would not be on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown right now if Triple H was in charge fully. Dude.
Exactly.
Jay White would have absolutely gone to WWE. They lost out on Jay White. They lost out on a potential Sanity reunion. They lost out on a lot of stuff. And this 2024 is going to be one of the most interesting years in professional wrestling free agency. You have CM Punk, who's, if he's not on the market already, he'll be on the market in 2024. So you got CM Punk. You got MJF coming up January 1st. You have Will Ospreay. WWE is going to try their very hardest to snag at least one of them.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And I think they might get one or two of them, man. Who knows how it's going to go. They might get all three. And it's interesting, man. And I really can't wait for that season to come up and we see how everything goes.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So it's going to be very interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting. And is this going to kind of tick a guy like Drew McIntyre off, seeing that you won't offer me this number, but you gave CM Punk, who's aging and who is kind of injury prone, this number? Or you gave MJF this number and he comes from AEW. You give Will Ospreay this number, but I've been here for the past 6 or 7 years and you won't do this for me. That might tick him off, man, but it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds. And I'll tell you what, man, January and February is going to be a very interesting month for the news, because I believe Will's up in February, Max is up in January, and if Punk's tied down till the end of the year, then he's up till January as well. But I mean, for all we know, to our knowledge, Punk could be on the market now. With the amount of, I'm telling you, bro, reports like that don't come out for no reason. They don't. CM Punk in talks with WWE. Shit like that doesn't come out for no reason, bro. It doesn't.
No, exactly. There's a reason for it to come out, man, and it's interesting. And I think that's what they're repairing all these contract situations for, is for the big people they don't want to miss out on.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. So that is the news on Drew McIntyre not re-signing with WWE as of yet, at least. So all right, man. I guess. Oh, Ronda Rousey. Yep. Yes, Ronda Rousey's in the news, ladies and gentlemen. Ronda Rousey has returned to the ring. Well, it is a bit of a sigh, but thankfully, it's not in the WWE, at least yet. Ronda Rousey made her return to the ring at Thursday's Lucha Vavoom event in Los Angeles, teaming with Maria Shafir to defeat Taya Valkyrie and Brian Kendrick. That's a fucking weird match to return to. Ronda left WWE earlier this year, with her last match being a loss to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam. Oh, God, Bell, please do not say that. Oh.
Do not speak that into his existence. Oh. That would be a fucking nightmare.
That was, when I seen this report earlier, too, that was the first thing I thought. I said, oh, God, I fucking hope they do not tread that water. You have, again, with the AEW Women's Division, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. You have so many, and I mean so fucking many, talented women on that roster. So many. Seriously. You have so many talented women on that roster, and if you were to bring somebody like Ronda Rousey into that roster, you have Athena that you've been hiding away. You have a prodigy in Billy Starks. You have Willow Nightingale, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, who all three that I just listed off are improving drastically. You have Mercedes Martinez. You have Mercedes Moné, who you could possibly bring in to actually improve the division. You have Jamie Hayter, who's not back yet, but she's on the shelf. She'll be back. You have timeless Toni Storm, who's doing the best career work of her career and who should absolutely be winning that AEW Women's Championship at Full Gear. You have Hikaru Shida. I'm not the biggest Shida fan, but I can appreciate that she's very good in the ring. I just don't think she's very interesting at all. That's just me. You have so many. You have Taya Valkyrie. You have Chris Statlander. You have the list goes on. You have Anna Jay, Ty Conti when she comes back. You have so many. You have so many talented women.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They have all the potential to make that women's division matter and be the best one, probably. And they don't do anything with it, man. They completely dudded it, and look what it became. Yes. So please, for the love of God, do not pick this woman up, ever.
Yes. Please not. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. You got way bigger fish to fry than Ronda Rousey. I'll tell you that right now, man. And she is not an improvement to your women's division at all. And if you want to bring up the argument, well, she has star power. Okay, well, You made stars out of Britt Baker. You made a star out of Jade Cargill, even though both of them are mid at best. Britt Baker, I would say, is Britt Baker's like the real definition of mid. Like, she's not good. She's good. She's not fantastic, but she's not horrible. She's middle. She's mid. Jade Cargill sucks. Yes, Jade Cargill sucks. I'm sorry. WWE knows it, which is why they're having her in the Performance Center and refuse to have her do anything on television, but come around and fucking flaunt around her muscles and shit and fucking show us how muscular her shoulders are. That's all they fucking got.
Look who we got from AEW. Look at that.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That is what Jade Cargill is. She is the show your shoulders and your biceps and fucking show everybody that you come from AEW and we snagged you. That's what Jade Cargill is. So
make everyone think AEW underutilized her when they overexposed her. Crazy. Look at that. We're better. Fucking hell.
I don't know. Jade Cargill, if they wanted to make Jade... Thunder Rosa, another name. Just came to my head.
Speaking of Thunder Rosa, you see that? I don't think we ever covered. You see that news that dropped like a couple weeks ago about Thunder Rosa? What she said? Shit, something about she was talking super crazy positive about it was Jade Cargill. She was talking about how great she's been shown in WWE, and she says like something about how she hopes to be portrayed like that one day in a wrestling company. She gone.
I could see it. And I think Thunder Rosa was somebody that was there for the betterment of the division. I think Britt Baker, I don't know. I think Britt's somebody who's into the politics game. I think Thunder Rosa's just a fighter. I think she's just, I mean, she does MMA. I think she's got that fighter mentality, bro. She just wants to go out there and compete. And it's absolutely horrible that this has to happen to somebody like Rosa, because I think she's there for the betterment of the division, and I think she's fantastic, bro. I think she's fantastic. She's one of the more interesting women that AEW has, not named Toni Storm or Jamie Hayter or Ember Athena. So
exactly. So it's great. She's great, and I hope she goes to a place that treats her well, man. If she doesn't have to sandbag folks.
Yeah, and I think she'll do just fine in WWE. She was going to go to WWE when that little bike gimmick that ended up being Ember Moon that they were teasing for weeks was supposed to be Thunder Rosa, and I think WWE will portray her fantastically. Jade, in terms of I don't know, man. In terms of WWE's portrayal of Jade Cargill, they can portray her great, but eventually those lights are going to shine bright, and she's going to be in the eye of the storm. And that was the point I was going to bring up. If AEW cared at all about making Jade Cargill better, they would not have been so conservative with her booking. They would have had her go in there with big name talent, and you work 10 minutes 1 week, right? You work, maybe not even 1 week. Maybe you work 10 minutes, 10-minute matches for, over the course of 2 months, until you get comfortable. Then we raise you up to 15, right? Then you get comfortable with that. Then you're going in there with 20, all the way until we get up to 25, 30-minute matches, if they really cared about their women's division to put on that long of a match, and if they really cared about Jade Cargill's progression, but they didn't. They cared about making her Goldberg. That is what they cared about, and giving her 60-0 and nothing to show for it. Hardly any. No, I'm not even gonna let you bring up that theory. Absolutely the fuck not.
I think so, dude.
Oh, no. No.
I think so, sadly.
It's either going to be fucking Goldberg or it's going to be Paul White.
I was thinking either Goldberg, Paul White, or Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
I I see them bringing it. I would love to see them bring him in for a match. That would be really cool.
Especially because Powerhouse Hobbs has been doing the world's strongest slam.
I hope it's him, dude. I hope it's him because
Mark Henry's a dog. Love Mark
if
Henry.
it's that bald asshole, man, oh, I swear to God. Can't, dude.
Imagine AEW's wrapping up the run of the greatest WCW performer of all time, Sting, right? And imagine as soon as we close the chapter on Sting, we get another one of fucking Tony Khan's WCW fetishes. Bill Goldberg. Oh, fucking shoot me in the fucking face.
Oh, maybe he's the one to retire Sting. I would fucking go. I would murder Tony Khan.
Oh my God, I'd stab myself. Oh, I would.
I personally want me and Tony Khan, dude. 100%.
Dude. Bro.
God.
Oh my God. Dude, that. I'm not even gonna think. There's no way there's no way he's bringing in Goldberg. There's just no way. And that's also kind of lame.
No, it's super lame.
To counter the Don Callis family, you get fucking Big Show. You fucking serious? You get fucking Goldberg. Mark Henry's a little cooler. But I mean, still, like, you get Mark Henry. Like,
you can't get, like, a modern guy that could outperform these guys.
Like,
what has happened to this company, man? We're stuck with fucking Flair till March.
What a gift. Fuck. As soon as I seen Christian Cage, I was like, yes, my GOAT. Bro. He's about one super kick. Bro, that man, Christian Cage, I fucking love him. As soon as I heard his music, I said, oh, no. I was like, here we fucking go. Let's fucking go. This man. And then he just comes out with Luchasaurus and that fucking snot-nosed punk kid, and they're fucking laughing at Ric Flair. Bro.
If God was real, you would have died 20 years ago. My GOAT. My GOAT. He ain't wrong either. Could have said that to Vince, too.
It's like, if Flair wanted to sit ringside for Sting's last match, okay, I get it. But to have him on TV with Sting throughout the next 2 months, I'm not really rocking with that, to be honest.
No, I think that's gonna diminish the moment by a lot.
It's classic Ric Flair taking this fucking spotlight for himself. Like, what the fuck? This needs to be about Sting. Like, even Darby, the guy who is in his 20s and could use all that spotlight. What happened when Sting talked? He backed up into the corner and let Sting have his moment. And Sting noticed it and then decided to fucking praise Darby Allin because he noticed that he backed into the corner and took the spot and wanted the spotlight for Sting.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's good. And like you said, I'd be fine if he just came out and was like, you know what? You're my boy. I love you, man. I want to be ringside for that final match at fucking Revolution. That would be perfect. But what the fuck happened? No, he's gonna be here on TV stinking up the fucking place.
Yeah.
Get
doing
his old ass out of here.
Like, I don't know. Like, and even if he wanted to come out and say like what you said, Sting, I love you, one of the nicest guys I ever met. We did so much, Clash of Champions, counter WrestleMania, blah blah blah. Right? The whole thing. Then he starts wooing and hitting the ropes and doing his whole fucking thing. And it's just like, do you really have to take the fucking spotlight for yourself all the time? I mean, come on, bro. Like,
yes, he does.
It's so annoying, dude. It really is incredibly, like, it needs to be about fucking Sting. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing here, bro? Come on now. I'm not rocking with that at all. So yeah, man. Yeah, so that is that's I don't know how the hell we got to that. We were literally talking about Ronda Rousey. Okay, Ronda Rousey made her in-ring return. AEW does not need to fucking put their hands on that whatsoever.
God, no. God, no. Please, no.
Speaking of more news on, actually, news on Impact. Ace Steel. Ace Steel will be working last Saturday night's Bound for Glory pay-per-view event. According to a report from PW Insider, Ace Steel is currently in Chicago, Illinois. No shit. I would assume he lives there. And will be working as a producer for the weekend. For the weekend event. This will include the pay-per-view itself and the post-pay-per-view TV tapings. One source said the gig is being described as a producer tryout. As you all know by now, Steele was fired from All Elite Wrestling following All Out 2022's backstage brawl. He would immediately return to AEW, working remotely after CM Punk was fired from AEW after his backstage altercation with Jack Perry at All In. He was once again released. While this will obviously lead to a lot of speculation that CM Punk could appear at Bound for Glory 2023, there is no confirmation. There is no confirmation on that actually happening, and it's worth noting that many people in the company wouldn't be surprised to see CM Punk at the show, at least in a backstage capacity, due to the event taking place in his hometown. Punk has attended previous Impact Wrestling TV tapings in Chicago, per Fightful. It was also reported that he was backstage talking to anybody that was willing to take time to talk to him, and yeah, it seemed like he was just being jolly old Punk. If only he could have done that at his actual workplace, that would have made for a better situation. But, I mean, I guess he tried, but, egos. But, yeah, but CM Punk, CM Punk's not fucking going to Impact, man. I think this is just something for Ace Steel to do, because if he goes back to WWE, this is another thing I love about him going back to WWE. I absolutely love them not bringing Ace Steel in, because that immediately is them putting their foot down and saying, yeah, this is not going to be all Punk wrestling. We're not going to bring in all your fucking buddies. We want you. And that's it. If you want to come back, then you can come back. We're not bringing in all your friends so you could fucking walk around here with a posse fucking thinking you could fucking beat the shit out of everybody. So, yeah.
Bro really thought he was in high school, man. I think they all fucking did. But, yeah, man. Interesting. Good for Ace Steel, I guess, man. I hope he doesn't bite nobody over there, man. I hope everyone gets their rabies shots before he came in. And, good for him though. Good for him, and good for Punk for being there and being a nice person and talking to people. If only he could, like you said, if only he could have done that at his actual job, that would have been nice. But he didn't. Like, he tried, but egos got in the way. So there's that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from the future, man. I'm shocked. I think Ace Steel got the job at Impact because he knows he could. I don't think he could ever get a job over there at WWE after what he did. So I think Impact is the only other option he had. Couldn't go to ROH. Wonder why.
Yeah, that was his baby. Like he said at Revolution 2022, ROH was his baby, and what was it? He knows the baby's gonna be nurtured under Tony Khan. And then,
oh my god, and look who's the fucking trio champs in ROH. Or the 3-man champs.
Oh yeah, the Hung Bucks. I'm fucking dead.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they need to be stopped.
So, more news on Impact. At the end of Impact Bound for Glory, it was announced that TNA Wrestling would return January 13th with TNA Hard to Kill. TNA Hard to Kill will take place at the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada. TNA Wrestling was the name of the promotion from 2004 to 2017. The original name of the company The original name of the company, which was founded in 2002, was NWA TNA. TNA stands for Total Nonstop Action, and they will be back January 13th, 2024. This is cool. This is cool. I always like the name TNA. It kind of just rolls off the tongue better than Impact. And it's a cool little thing that's happening. And as much as we like to make fun of Impact, they are the modern day ROH. They are an indie promotion that or a not an indie promotion, but a smaller major company that is that actually has storylines and doesn't have 19 matches on one card.
Exactly, man. It's not a glorified main event type show. So it's good to see, man. It's its own little world, its own little thing. And that's good, man, and good that it gets its real name back. Although, if it was me, I'd have went with Global Force, brought that name back. But that's just me, man. But good that they're
Global
TNA
Force
again.
Wrestling?
God.
So yeah, man. Yeah. I grew up on, TNA. Well, I didn't watch it religiously. I would watch DVDs, but I grew up my whole childhood, I knew the WWE counter product. The WWE counter product was TNA. I always knew TNA. I used to play the TNA video games, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see that they're going back to their roots and the name that everybody knows them for, and the name that is, synonymous with the company. And it's a really cool thing to see. And like I said, it rolls off the tongue better, so I like it. TNA wrestling is back, man. So it's cool to see.
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah, it's awesome to see. Good for them.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So all right, going back to more AEW news. Sami Callihan was backstage at AEW Collision. This is according to Fightful. So according to Fightful, Sami Callihan was backstage at AEW Collision. Former Impact star Cammy Sami Callihan was spotted backstage at AEW Collision on October 21st. The timing is considered quite interesting, as his future plans in the industry are still unknown. While a few top stars in AEW, including Jon Moxley, have reportedly advocated for the promotion to sign him, WWE star Karrion Kross also extended an invitation for him to join the WWE. This is interesting. I think he would do wonders in both places, but I think if he really wanted to be unhinged Sami Callihan, the Death Machine, he's got to go to AEW.
I think so.
Unless we want to see the hacker Solomon Crow show up again.
Solomon Crow? Good lord. It sounds like fucking a WCW guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for him, man. I think he does, bro. It's Solomon Crow.
What are you talking about, bro? You didn't like terrorizing? Mr. Paul Levesque.
Terrorizing. Good lord.
That shit.
Fuck,
That shit
blood
was heat.
pressurizing. The fuck.
I wish you would have kept that name, bro. Can you imagine the chief content officer terrorizing?
Terrorizing. Go bad.
You didn't like Stang? Is that what you're talking about?
Like Stang.
No, not Sting. Stang. Yeah, that's right.
Stang is legendary. Legendary.
Stang.
But Stang. But definitely, man, I definitely see Callihan going to AEW. I think that would be the better environment and vibe for him, man. And I think he'll be pretty solidly used over there.
Also, a Pro Wrestling Revolver, his indie promotion, not really gonna have time for that with WWE. There's just not.
No. Who knows if he's even allowed to go do that with WWE with their fucking rules. So I see him going to AEW.
Then again, they do let Booker T's school work side to side with WWE, but that's Booker T, and this is Sami Callihan. So, you know, Booker T's a legend in this business. He's a legend of WWE, and I don't really think he got that privilege till later on in his career. So, I think AEW is the best place for him, and that was where it looks like he's heading. Because. That's where it looks like he's heading because, like I said, I just think the vibe just fits him way better there. Jon Moxley is like one of his best friends, I believe. So I think it'll be sick to see him. And I think that's where we'll get unhinged, real Sami Callihan. I feel like in WWE, it'll be watered down Sami Callihan, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Which a little bit of watered down version of some people isn't bad for everybody. I love where Jay White is positioned in AEW, but I think WWE could have helped him because I'm not rocking with this Bang Bang Gang, his current gimmick. I think WWE would have made him a serious killer. I don't think he would be running around with somebody's belt, acting like he's the real world champion, riding around tricycles with a fucking Bullet Club Gold. No. WWE would have... WWE would, yeah, never. WWE would have made him a killer. I just know they would have.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So it would have been a really good path. I think they could have really gone with it, man. And I would have loved it, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, dude. So, yeah, that is the news on Sami Callihan going to. That is the news on Sami Callihan going to AEW. And with the next piece of news, we have Brock Anderson, man, keeping up with the AEW news. Man. Brock Anderson has been removed from the AEW roster page. Brock Anderson is no longer listed on the AEW website's official roster page. Anderson's status within the company is unknown, but his father, Arn, said that Brock's contract was up at the end of August. I could see him going to NXT. And I can also kind of just see him going to indies, you know. But either way, I'll say it again. If your name is not MJF or Darby Allin, AEW either half build you like Sammy Guevara and Jack Perry, and then they drop the ball, or they don't give a fuck about you at all. Hence, Lexus King, Brock Anderson, Lee Johnson, all these younger guys that have come in and done nothing. That can happen to you in AEW as well. You are not prone from that happening at all.
Exactly, man. It's very possible and it's happened, and it'll sadly continue, man. So he's one guy I could also see seeing go into NXT if they want him. Maybe not now, but I think at some point he will.
I could see it, definitely. Yeah, man, so Brock is done with AEW, and it sucks, but they didn't do anything to really... They never did any... They did... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so... Definitely, man. So, yeah, Brock Anderson is done with AEW, and I wish him the best.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And for our final piece of All Elite Wrestling news, AEW has announced World's End for December 30th. I'm going to flash you guys up the logo that they promoted. What did I say? What did I say a couple weeks ago? I said, if they do a pay-per-view at the end of December and it's in Long Island, the show is going to be centered around where will MJF go? Where will MJF end up? And look at this. The Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, New York. and that is the
Look at that.
logo for World's End. Okay.
World's End.
Yeah, man. So this is what they're doing, bro. So AEW has announced yet another pay-per-view for this year, bringing the total to 8 this year. AEW World's End will take place on Saturday, December 30th from the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York. It's interesting. Interestingly, Long Island is MJF's hometown, and his AEW contract is set to expire 2 days later.
The MJF stuff is definitely interesting. I'm intrigued to see how they do that. But I could literally just see them saying for that pay-per-view that he signed like a 2-day extension, and that the bidding war starts after that pay-per-view. That's 100% what I see them doing. But first of all, a lame ass name, World's End. What?
Is he leaving? Like what? World's End? What does that have to do with anything?
Is Tony Khan's world coming to an end if fucking MJF leaves? Is that what it is? Because I think so. Because what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that name, or why it's a discount Forbidden Door logo. Why have both of these new original pay-per-views this year just discount Forbidden Door pay-per-view, themes? I don't get that. I'm not excited. Not excited that they're probably gonna make it exciting with the MJF stuff, but really not excited about the bigger pay-per-view schedules. I don't like that at all for AEW. I really don't.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Yeah, and announcing it in the middle of the main event, I thought was really tacky. If they wanted to make it feel like a big deal, you do a video package. But I'll say this. Tony Khan cannot come up with original pay-per-view names. He can't.
No.
Wrestle Dream.
World's End.
For wrestling. Like, all the AEW pay-per-views names have a backstory. Revolution. That fucking pep rally where Cody, first thing he said was, "This seems like a revolution." Right? Double or Nothing also comes from Cody when they were at All In. And he said, "We sold out 10,000 seats." Well, in a bet, either you win, you take your chips and you go home, or you go double or nothing.
Exactly.
All Out was kind of because All In was trademarked by the
ROH.
But by ROH. So they went All In. Now they go All Out, so that one kind of wrote itself. It was kind of just, that one explains itself. Full Gear. It was originally from the Pac and Hangman story when Hangman wanted to be full gear ready, but he meant gear as in attire, but they switched it and made it a gear-themed pay-per-view. They go full gear. I love it. It's great. What's the other one? Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door was obviously based off Tony Khan saying that he opened the Forbidden Door and that he's going to start working with other promotions, New Japan. So that's the Forbidden Door in wrestling. They all make sense. Wrestle Dream for wrestling's dreamer? The fuck? He's a dreamer. What does that mean? Like, what? Don't we all dream? Like, what? What?
World's End. What does that mean?
World's like, that would make me think that the guy's leaving. I
don't understand.
If they say anything at World's End, if they say something on December 30th, if MJF says, "I re-signed with AEW," you're telling me you've been building the bidding war of 2024 up until December 30th of 2023 just to tell us that the war is not happening anymore because you re-signed with AEW?
Like, I think he's going to re-sign anyway. I really do.
Too.
If I had a prediction, it would be, but at least play it the fuck up. At least attempt to fucking show a bidding war. What the fuck, man? World's End. God, come up with something cool, man. Please. We're gonna do fucking 10 of these goddamn things. Well, who fucking knows? Come up with some decent names, please.
I could see it, Bill. I could see it. He
Definitely, that sounds like a
wrestled
summer pay-per-view.
Wrestle Dream. He kind of wanted like a WrestleMania sounding name. If that's what you're getting at, I could see it.
Definitely, and it definitely does sound like a summer pay-per-view. Not
Yeah.
much of a fucking... What fucking month was it?
October?
Yeah, October. Yeah, not really a fall pay-per-view. Can't do anything. You can't do like, I don't know, a holiday thing. It doesn't mean you gotta make it Christmas themed, but you can't make like a winter themed pay-per-view.
Yeah, he could have made a Christian Cage themed one and called it Ragtag Halloween or something for the October pay for, for the fucking for the October pay-per-view. You know, no like taking some ragtag group, dressing them up like it's Halloween. I don't know. I'm not really messing with this name. I don't know. This sounds like some fucking ass mobile game or something. World's End. I don't know. Sounds a little weak, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't care for the name. It'll probably be an alright pay-per-view, but I really do not like this motto they're going with, man.
No.
I really
No, not at all. Not at all, man. Speaking of yeah, so that's everything we have for the AEW news. So jumping over back to our last couple stories for the WWE for the day, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano has confirmed on his Twitch stream. Oh, look at that. They're doing that again. Johnny Gargano confirmed on his Twitch stream that DIY will be getting a new theme song.
Oh, God. Hopefully it's not by Def Rebel.
Damn. I can't believe we're not going to hear Chrome Hearts.
Damn, I love that thing, man. It would truly be missed.
Dude. He says it's going to be very cool and thinks it has a very cool vibe. Something fresh, something new, and hopefully something that catches on. And that years from now, hopefully you guys will talk about that song. All right, Johnny. This better be good.
Please don't let us down.
This better be good, Johnny, because golly, if this is bad, then that sucks. Because can somebody ask Johnny Gargano on these fucking Twitch streams what he thinks of Bet on Yourself by Def Rebel? Because holy shit, man, that song fucking sucks.
Trash, dog. Fucking trash. Give him his real theme.
Yes. Seriously, man. So, yeah. So that was, he also, Gargano says there will be tons of cool things happening for DIY on Raw next week. So I'm very excited to see what happens with DIY, and I'm so glad they're back, and this theme song better be fucking good, because Johnny Gargano's saying that he's hoping that it's something we could talk about for years to come. So it better be good.
Better be, man. Don't let us down, man. Please.
Seriously. Alrighty, man. So, SummerSlam. Per Fightful. The city of Cleveland, Ohio, is being discussed as the host for SummerSlam 2024. The source notes that the city is the current and frontrunner and likely location of the event. Johnny Gargano better be winning something at this event. He better be winning the tag titles. He better be winning the Intercontinental title, the US, whatever it is. This man better be winning something, because this is his hometown, and I know that's going to be a huge moment for him. He didn't get to SummerSlam this year, which he should have fucking got Sammy and KO versus DIY, but I digress. He better be doing something at this show. But for the love of God, when the fuck are you going to bring Soldier Field, or SummerSlam to Soldier Field? It's literally a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. Since you like to do football stadiums now for SummerSlam, do that.
I say, obviously, like, to come to the fucking Midwest during SummerSlam anyway. Just come to the only Midwest place that matters. Sorry, Johnny, but it is what it is. Sorry, Mr. Gargano, but come on.
Seriously, bro.
But yeah, they better
Seriously.
do something big with him at that show. Better.
They better. And for our final two stories, man, according to Fightful Select, WWE Backlash is currently in talks, but it is not finalized, to be internally listed for Paris, France in 2024. Bro, that is hard as fuck. So let me go to my world clock here. Let me look up what time it is in Paris. Australia is going to be rough. I'll tell you that. I just know.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch that one, guys. No lie.
Dude.
I might have to unfortunately miss that one, even if I don't want to, because that might be too much of a.
Yeah, we might have to wake up for that one, and then go back to sleep when the show's over, because golly.
You guys would have seen me during Wrestle King. I ain't built for them type of shows, man. I really ain't.
Okay, so it's not bad. So Paris is 7 hours ahead of us. So the show will probably same as Berlin and London. So I believe the London show for us came on at noon, or no? Didn't it come on at like 2 or like 1?
I think it was like 1, yeah.
Okay, so this show will come on. The main show for Berlin and Paris will start at noon. So that's not bad at all.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, it is internally listed for Paris, France, and I'm pumped for this, bro. I'm super pumped for this. This sounds amazing. Dude, if they do some sort of like Eiffel Tower set, that shit would go hard. You could have like a mini Eiffel Tower and then have people come out under it. Dude, that shit would be sick, bro. But I'm pumped for it. I hope this gets finalized. I hope I hope this gets finalized, man, cuz man, that's going to be sick as hell, bro, and I'm super pumped for it.
Oh yeah, dude, I really am. I cannot wait. And I hope it gets to France, man. There, like, it depends on how they got that epidemic over there, or fucking bed bugs in France. It's really bad over there. So I don't even know if they're doing the Olympics over there next year like they plan to. So that might be a danger to it, but I hope not, man, because that sounds great.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Yeah, that's real cool, bro. I hearing about these international events gets me so hyped. Like I can only imagine what it's like for people in France or for people in Berlin per se. Like God, it gets me hyped for you guys in Europe, bro. Just super excited for you guys, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Really excited for those and for all the people that get to go, man.
Definitely, man. So, as of 2 days ago, for our final story, WWE has announced Bash in Berlin. I got the logo for you guys here that they went with. WWE has announced Bash in Berlin that will take place on Saturday, August 31st from the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Berlin, Germany. This is sick, bro. Another thing I forgot to mention with the AEW World's End little promotion, they didn't put on the promotion, you can watch this on Bleacher Report Live on pay-per-view. So I hope we get some sort of streaming service by then. But yeah, dude.
Got it.
WWE's going to Berlin, Germany. Oh, I doubt it too. I completely doubt it too. We're not getting that streaming service until the middle of next year when they get into their media rights negotiation.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, man. So Yeah, so WWE's going to Berlin, bro. I see a lot of people saying that they want Gunther's title win to be saved until then. And if you do LA Knight at WrestleMania, LA Knight versus Seth Rollins, and then we get Gunther versus LA Knight at Berlin,
I like the sound of that, man.
and
I
then,
do.
dude, I like the sound of that too. Hopefully, then we have Ilya Dragunov too, maybe wrestling for the US or IC title. That shit would be hard,
Yeah.
bro. That shit would be hard as fuck. And I would absolutely be down for them to save Gunther's title win until Berlin. I would love it. I would love it. So, I mean, I know you want him to win I know a lot of people want him to win the Royal Rumble, and I know a lot of people, want him to get that championship on him, but I could see it, bro. I could see it, man. Or even Gunther versus Dragunov. Even Gunther versus Dragunov would be fucking incredible, man, for the World Heavyweight Championship. That would be incredible. Whatever they got, I'm excited for it, man, because I feel like that show is going to be very, very revolved around Gunther. I think he's going to be in the main event of that show, and I'm super stoked for him, man. He's been one of the best for years, for the past 4 years, ever since he came into the WWE, and he deserves everything he's getting. Seriously, man. But I'm pumped for the people of Berlin. I'm pumped for Dragunov. I'm pumped for Gunther. I'm pumped for WWE, man. This is awesome. I love hearing about these international shows, and I hope they can blow All Out of the water again.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope. You know what? I hope All Out actually gives some competition this year. I doubt it, because it's gonna be a fucking week after another pay-per-view. But hey, hopefully they do good. I doubt it though.
Yep.
I don't think they will.
The
But
scraps again.
it will 100% be scraps. But I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for this pay-per-view. I'm excited for what could become of it with the people, that are in from that area. And I hope they do something great with Gunther, and I hope it's just awesome. And I think it will be. And I'm excited, man. I love that they're going to these markets, and I hope they continue it, man. I can't wait. I love it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. See, WWE. And now I will admit, I think AEW did beat them this year. I don't think All Out. I think All Out was way better than Payback. I do. I think it was way better than Payback. But I will admit, 2022, and I'm not even looking at it with the goggles on, because I know a lot of people want to remember All Out 2022 for Brawl Out, but the show was very good. But I think Clash was better than it. I think Clash was WWE's best pay-per-view that year, bar none.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So I hope we get competition like that again this year, man. I really hope we do.
Definitely, man, definitely. Yeah, Bash and dude, I love it, bro. I love them going to international markets. It completely raises the bar. All Out weekend, and it makes harder. It makes the shows harder for AEW to follow up on, which gives them a swift kick in the ass, which is very nice. And Pittsburgh didn't cut it this year. I also think their card didn't cut it this year. But with Triple H at the helm, Bash in Berlin could possibly blow All Out of the water again. And speaking of original names, it's not that hard. I love the name for this pay-per-view. The Bash in Berlin. That's sick.
I love it.
Clash at the Castle was sick. I mean, they just got some cool ass names, bro. They got some cool ass international market names. I love them, man.
They do, man. They do. They're naming them good. They feel good. Exactly how they should feel, man. I love it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And I did not know that. I did not know Ilya lived in Germany for years. So that makes a lot of sense why I see a lot of people wanting Ilya versus Gunther. So
love it. I hope so.
100%, Bell. 100% it was Gunther versus Sheamus. That was the greatest IC championship match I've personally ever seen in my lifetime. So yeah, that was easily the match of the weekend for sure. Yes, bar none, Walter is one of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet. He's amazing, and I'm so pumped for him for Berlin, bro, because that is gonna be sick, bro. That is gonna be sick. And I love that he's almost the kind of the poster child for Berlin. I mean, everybody's just been talking about Bash in Berlin. Everybody's associating it with Gunther immediately, and a little bit of Dragunov too. But I love how Gunther is kind of the poster child for this pay-per-view. It's an awesome thing to see.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I love that for him. Great for him, and I hope that means promising things in the next year, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. He's gonna do great, man. And this show's about to be a fucking banger, and I am absolutely pumped for it, bro. So I always love that weekend. That's always a busy weekend for us, and I always love it, bro. I always love it. It's always a blast. So, yeah, man. So, with that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. And that is going to do it for another great edition of the news. Once again, I want to give a wonderful, wonderful happy birthday shout out to my pops. So, happy birthday to you. I love you, and I'm going to see you very soon. So,
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Hope it's a great birthday.
hell yeah, man. Yeah, so that is going to do it. That is going to do it for this edition of the news. Next week, we should have news and crown jewel predictions for you guys, man. So with that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Bayhib.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another great edition of the news. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys, man. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with the Halloween edition of Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the number one contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching, button up your lippin'. From method, all you gettin' is a can of ass whipping. Hey, I be kicking. You son, you doing all the yapping, acting as if it can't happen. Your frontin' got me mad enough to touch something. You want from Shallon, Allen, and ain't afraid to bust something. So what you want, nigga? You want, nigga? I got a 6-shooter and a horse named Trigger. It's real, 94, rugged raw.